All right, so this is day one, which is arms and shoulders for the month of August. We are doing triceps first. We have a giant circuit of 3 exercises, biceps followed by shoulders. So we are going back into where we do each exercise 3 times. So we're going to start with triceps. Like I said, exercise 1, you're going to do 3 times, 30 seconds on, 15 off. Second exercise, 3 times, 30 on, 15 off, and your third exercise is 3 times, 30 on, 15 off. So you're going to have a handle in the upper S-drive loop, or a band with handles in the upper S-drive loop, a rope on this side, and the red levers at your mid-hip. And then this lat bar is going to be down for the entire month, and it's going to be replaced with individual handles for this first circuit. So number 1 is a band tricep press. So the band goes outside of the arms, we keep our elbows tucked, everything's narrow, your thumbs are up, and you're pressing straight out, keeping that upper body super still. Further you step away, more resistance. We're not going to stop within those 30 seconds. They're just going to walk back and take some of the resistance off so they can work all 30. 3 times in a row, 30 on, 15 off. Exercise number 2 is a mid-rope overhead extension, triceps. So keep your elbows over your shoulders and pull straight up overhead. If that doesn't work for somebody, they are going to take the rope to the top and do a pull down instead of working overhead. 3 times, 30 on, 15 off. And number 3, like I said, those handles are each going to individually be on the cables from the top. So they're going to pull down. Their knuckles are going to face behind the room, or to the turf, behind them, because it's a supinated grip. Squeeze your armpits, keep your elbows tucked, and do a pull down just like this. So once your elbows are down to your side, they never go up over your head. Pull them down and press back using your triceps. So you have your standing band press, you have your mid-rope, overhead, straight, vertical extension, and then you have your supinated, both arms at the same time, tricep pull down. Each exercise 3 times, and then that finishes that circuit. Then we are going to move into biceps. So we're going to use the low cables down here. We're going to use the rope, and it is going to be at the top of the shoulder. So right above, maybe sitting right on top, that's fine. And then we have the lat bar, because it's going to be down, it's going to go on this cable, okay? 3 exercises, you're going to do each one 3 times, 30 on, 15 off, and then move to the next. So your first one, remember this is where they have to make sure that they're lined up in the center of the ring. We're going split stance, squeeze your armpits, your elbows stay in place. We want full extension, back to the hip, and exhale forward 3 times in a row. Then we are going to our bicep curl. A little bit of shoulder work here to keep stabilization. Your elbows are in line with your shoulders or slightly higher, and you're curling using your biceps. The middle of the row comes somewhere in between the bridge of your nose and your forehead. 3 times in a row. And then the last one, remember like I said, the lat bar is going to go on this cable. Tuck your elbows, squeeze your armpits. It's a reverse curl, so your knuckles are up. Pronated grip, just shoulder width apart, and they're going to curl. Okay, so each of those is 3 times in a row. Then we are going to move into shoulders. So for this series, we want no handles to start on both cables, and the red levers are going to be at mid-tricep. 3 exercises. Exercise number 1 is a band overhead press, but we're going to alternate our grip. So it's standing. I'm going to drop to my knees. They're going to stand on the band. I'm going to drop to my knees so you can see my grip in the video. Hands in line with shoulders. You're going to start with your palms facing forward and press overhead, and then rotate to a neutral grip and press overhead. Rotate back for wide. Rotate back neutral, their thumbs are pointing them, and each rep, they're going to rotate, okay? Stand super tall, engage your core, squeeze your butt so that that back doesn't arch as you press overhead. 3 times in a row for that one. Number 2 is a rear delt fly. They're going to grab the ball on the cable with the opposite hand and reverse fly. So the weight on this is going to be super light, just like so. Their arms have a soft bend in their elbows. They can recross their hands at the beginning just slightly. Doesn't have to be exaggerated, but that does give them a little bigger range of motion. That's exercise number 2, 3 times. And then the third exercise, we're going to use these low cables. And it's a front raise. Except for this one, we are going to rotate our grip. So they're going to grab their handles out front with their thumbs up, and as they rotate, they're going to pronate so their knuckles are to the ceiling. Thumbs up, pronate, and then reverse to neutral, thumbs up on the way down. Okay, so that's a little bit different than what we've done in the past. If that doesn't work, if it's too heavy, take the purple band, put it in the lower loop of the S drive, and they're going to do the same movement pattern. Thumbs to pronate and reverse. Okay? So you have your band overhead press alternating that grip. You have the rear delt fly with the cables, and you have the low cable rotating grip front raise. So that rounds out our triceps, biceps, and shoulders. And then we're going to get into our lower body circuit. So the rope is going to be on the bottom. Exercise number 1. Hold goblet, get in sumo stance, and squat it out. Now we've been adding some staggers, we've been doing some different tempos. So for this one, they're just going to go heavy, hard, and go sumo stance. Exercise number 2. They're going to grab a mini band. There's a couple different options that they can do for this. I have it written as a bear crawl, hold, alternating donkey kick. So we're going to put the mini band around our knees. This is option 1, which is obviously the hardest. Bear crawl, donkey kick, hold a nice flat back, keep those knees low. If that doesn't work, they can drop down into quadruped and alternate those donkey kicks. Okay? And number 3, they're gonna, I forget if they take the mini band off or not. Yeah, so the mini band stays on. Lie on your back, put the soles of your feet together, press your knees apart, and do frog pumps, okay? And they're gonna do that circuit 2 times in a row, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, for 30 seconds each. And their rest is gonna be during their transition time. And then after those 3 exercises, they're gonna hop on the S drive for a 20 on, 10 off, 3 times exercise. And that is their push-pull. So both levers are all the way towards them on the low settings. The left lever might be up on 2 or 3 if some people have gotten stronger and have nailed this. They're going to put their butt all the way against the belt and hold onto the handles, go into a glute bridge, push with both feet, and pull back with both feet. All right, hold the glute bridge, belt buckle to chin to tuck your pelvis, protect your back. Exhale as you pull. They're going to do that for 20 seconds, rest for 10, do it again, rest, and do it again 3 times in a row. Okay? Sumo squat, bear crawl, donkey kick, supine frog pumps, 2 times through as a circuit, and finish up with that little push-pull challenge on the S drive. And then we're back to our upper body. So this is all band work. Again, they're going 3 times each exercise. And because we want to add a little bit of speed and a little bit of power to these bands, to the band circuit, they're going 20 on, 10 off. Okay? So, number 1 is their tricep kickback. Band with handle, upper S drive loop, hinge at your waist. Their palms are facing behind them. Hands to hips, powerful back with some speed. You want to watch, make sure they're going from their elbow and they're not moving from their shoulder. All right, a lot of people tend to do that. 3 times in a row, 20 on, 10 off. Exercise number 2, we are going with band bicep curls. full range of motion. This time they're gonna stand on the band, palms up, squeeze your armpits, tuck your elbows. Big exhale with a powerful up, nice and slow and controlled on the way down. 3 times in a row, 20 on, 10 off. We wanna make sure that they use a pretty heavy resistance band, so coach them through that. And then your last one is reverse shoulder circles. So this one, ladies are most likely going to be purple. We may have a couple heroes who want to use yellow, but as long as their arms are relatively straight and they're not arching their back, that's fine. Guys will probably be yellow or red. So stand, start in a T, knuckles to the ceiling always, and just kind of medium-sized shoulder reverse circles, 20 on, 10 off, 3 times in a row. Okay? So that rounds out the upper body circuit for that time. Then we're going to move into our AMRAP and our core. So for our AMRAP, 3 moves. You can start at 2 minutes and 30 seconds and increase it maybe 15 seconds each time. Number 1 is an inchworm shoulder tap tricep push-up. So they're going to walk out, they're going to tap, tap, and tap again. So 4 total taps to each side and a tricep push-up and walk back in. They're going to do that circuit 3 times. Then they are going to put a band with handles and the lower S-drive loop. Step back. Can't get my camera right here. And we have 15 pulses. Pull your belly button, step away for resistance, and pulse 15 times. Not full range. And the last one, the band is going to be in the upper S-drive loop. Again, ladies are probably going to be yellow. Ladies are probably going to be purple. Maybe some yellow. They're standing. I'm going to kneel so you can see what I'm doing. It's a high ride pull. So your knuckles are up. Hit those rear delts, just like this. Exhale back, no hand rotation, knuckles start up, throw them behind you, arms relatively straight, over wide at the top, 8 of those. So you have your inchworm, 4 total shoulder taps with a tricep push-up. That circuit is times 3, 15 fast tempo band bicep pulses, and then you have 8 band high wide pulls, standing. And core. So we have the rope down at the bottom. They can keep it anywhere from spot 1 up to anywhere to spot 4, wherever feels comfortable for them. We have a core shootout. So we have 3 moves. They're going to do each move as a circuit for 45 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 45 seconds each. They're going to rest and they're going to do the circuit again. So pull their belly button tight. Exhale as you open, exhale as you squeeze, and then open. They're going to be pulled far enough that they can release all the way. Exhale. If they want a little more, they can lift their shoulder blades. If that bothers their lower back, they can do toe taps. Number 2 is that leg lower with the hip lift, belly button to spine, lower. Press, make sure their toes are over the hips and not their chest or face. If that bothers their low back, keep your knees bent and tap your toes. And number 3 is an elbow plank. So we're just going to take it back. We haven't done a plank hold in a while. Elbows directly under shoulders. Make sure their body is brought forward and they're not way back here. Squeeze your glutes, press your forearms and elbows into the floor, and pull your belly button to your spine. 45 seconds each, and they're going to do 2 rounds with a rest in between each round. And that's it.